What if Cadillac's next great statement car isn't trying to compete with the luxury world, but completely redefine what American luxury is supposed to look like? Because this 2027 Cadillac Series custom concept vehicle feels less like a normal car and more like a warning shot to every premium brand watching from across the Atlantic. And there's one detail about this design that, honestly, might be the most important thing about it. Welcome back to the Car Zone. Today we're taking a closer look at a Cadillac concept that pushes the brand's identity into a much more dramatic future. At first glance, the 2027 Cadillac Series custom concept doesn't look shy, not even close. The proportions are bold, the surfaces are incredibly clean, and the entire design carries that unmistakable Cadillac attitude, the kind of presence that makes you look twice before you even realize what you're looking at. And that's important, because Cadillac has always understood one thing better than most brands. Luxury isn't only about expensive materials, it's about presence. Walk up to this concept from the front, and the first thing that grabs your attention is the lighting. The vertical lighting signature gives the vehicle a futuristic face while still connecting it to Cadillac's modern design language. Instead of covering the front end with unnecessary decoration, the concept uses sharp geometry, a powerful stance, and carefully controlled details to create something that feels sophisticated, but slightly intimidating. And I think that balance is what makes this design interesting. It doesn't scream for attention, it demands it. Move around to the side, and the character changes again. The body appears long, planted, and extremely deliberate, with sculpted surfaces designed to catch light in different ways. There's a sense of motion even when the vehicle is standing still. That's something great automotive design can do. You don't need the engine running to make the car feel fast. And then there's the rear. This is where the concept really leans into Cadillac's futuristic personality. The lighting remains a major part of the visual identity, while the overall shape stays clean and expensive looking rather than overly complicated. But here's where things get interesting. A concept vehicle like this isn't just about what you see on the outside. It's about what Cadillac is trying to communicate inside. The philosophy appears to be centered around modern luxury rather than traditional luxury. Think clean surfaces, premium-looking materials, sophisticated technology, and an environment designed to make the occupants feel separated from the outside world. And that matters because today's luxury buyer expects more than leather and chrome. They expect an experience. The cabin of a modern flagship has to feel like a personal space, a technology lounge, and a premium automobile all at once. And this concept clearly moves in that direction. Now, when we talk about the powertrain, there's an important distinction to make. This is a custom concept vehicle, so we shouldn't pretend Cadillac has officially confirmed production specifications, engine output, acceleration numbers, or pricing for this exact design. And honestly, that makes the concept even more interesting because the real question isn't simply how fast could it be. The bigger question is, what kind of Cadillac could this become? Cadillac already has experience with high-performance luxury through its V-Series philosophy, while its electric vehicles have shown that the brand is willing to rethink what performance and luxury can mean in the modern era. So whether a future vehicle inspired by this concept uses traditional power, electrification, or some combination of technologies, the expectation would be the same. It has to feel special, and technology would obviously play a major role. A vehicle positioned this far into the future would be expected to offer advanced driver assistance, sophisticated connectivity, intelligent displays, premium audio, and an interface that feels effortless rather than overwhelming. Because here's the problem with modern luxury cars. Sometimes manufacturers add technology simply because they can, but the best luxury technology is the technology you barely notice. It opens the door when you need it, adjusts the environment without making you think about it, gives you information when it matters, and then gets out of the way. That's the difference between having technology and having a truly intelligent luxury experience. And I also think this concept raises a bigger question about Cadillac itself. For decades, Cadillac has carried the weight of American luxury on its shoulders, but the modern luxury market is brutally competitive. Mercedes-Benz has its heritage, BMW has its driving reputation, Audi has its technology-focused identity, and the ultra-luxury brands play an entirely different game. So where does Cadillac fit? Maybe the answer is right here, not trying to copy anyone, not trying to become another German luxury brand, but creating something unmistakably American, dramatic, confident, powerful, and unapologetically different. And that brings us back to the detail I mentioned at the beginning. The most important part of this concept may not be the lights, the wheels, the futuristic cabin, or even the aggressive silhouette. It's the attitude. Because great concept cars are supposed to make you imagine the future. They're supposed to make you wonder what the production version might look like. what technologies could eventually reach the road, and whether the manufacturer has the courage to actually build something this bold. And if Cadillac can carry this design philosophy into future production vehicles without losing the elegance behind it, we could be looking at a very interesting new chapter for American luxury. Of course, concepts can promise almost anything. Production cars have to live in the real world. They need practicality, reliability, efficiency, safety, comfort, and a price that makes sense. That's where the real challenge begins. But standing here as a vision of what Cadillac could become, this 2027 Cadillac Series custom concept vehicle certainly has the presence. It looks futuristic without completely abandoning Cadillac's identity. It feels luxurious without becoming boring. And most importantly, it reminds us that American automotive design still has the ability to surprise people. So, would you actually want to see Cadillac build something like this? Because personally, I think the industry needs more cars with this kind of personality. If you enjoyed this look into the future of Cadillac, make sure you're part of the Car Zone. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments, would you drive this concept if Cadillac put it on the road tomorrow? Until next time, keep your eyes on the road and your imagination a little further ahead.